forgot to check this part. Okay, are we okay here? Alright, welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew, angels of love and light, to do your wonderful things, as well as my divine panel to offer me some support. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Hello, my cream crew. How are we going to get started with this? Okay, so, before we talk about the header cards, something came on my feed, and even prior to that, I was just like, just kind of like, it feels dead silent, almost. Like, I don't even know if that's the right word to say it. Like, things feel so kind of kindly normal right now that it's almost scary. Like, what is there to expect? And it's not being a hypochondriac or paranoid. It's just like there's usually always something. So what's coming? Like, what is this? In fact, my right shoulder blade, the back of it, started hurting, like just cramping up. Anyway, something was on my feed. Somebody that I don't know about, something Victory, whatever her username is, and she posted something saying something like, destiny swapping is real, so be careful, or something like that. And it was posted like a couple weeks ago, in case you want to source it. I have not opened it up, but I got the energy surrounding it, and it's just, it sounds like, it appears to be so, like from somebody who has a chip on their shoulder from past experiences. So while I do appreciate the most positively inclined messaging that I could possibly attain from it, is that there's just an area of concern and just trying to save other people from the trouble. Give me a second. Shiz. So there's that. And but then I'm like, you know, why is this stuff on my feed? You know, why is somebody gonna bring that energy to my doorstep? And it's like, no. I don't, how do I say it? Like, what is this whole thing about destiny swapping? Because, like, I think it's a bunch of baloney. I think it's people who are absolutely needy, but, like, it's kind of like trying to fit Cinderella's shoe. You know, it's very custom made. So you can't be somebody without being somebody. Even maybe it's like the understanding of like living vicariously through someone else's like emotions, and you know, kind of like that. But it's just, how do I say it? It doesn't make you the person. It doesn't take away from the person either. If we're looking at that concept, it's really like, in order for that essence to be lived, it has to be lived through that true essence. So there's every person is a main channeler to their own experiences, their own destiny. So there might be a little bit of filtration, possibly, but like, all of that is on record in areas that we could probably not comprehend at this time. But as far as destiny swapping, like, nobody can live your destiny. That's your destiny. That's what, like, it doesn't make sense to me. So let's go ahead and pull a card on that, my divine panel. What is that all about? Like, is that for real, or people just like kind of running around with their heads cut off thinking that that's a real thing? Okay, so here's a Page of Wands. Okay, it's like, I got it. You know, you have our own spirit stick. Okay, we're running with that, and we're not even running yet. That's just standing right there. So this is what opened up to it. I'm curious. Okay, so this is kind of like being on target here, on aim. Five of Pentacles. So this is the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, the King of Cups, then 10 of Swords, and then, like, it looks like all the major arcana in reverse, as far as the cover card, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. so far, if this were true, I would seem to think that they're definitely there. How do I say it? I don't. You have to be like in high courts in a reversal aspect here in order to kind of relay that. But it's, I would have to say that as long as you are investing in yourself, making those big moves, investing, that's what it means. When you're investing in yourself, you're leaning into making those big moves. This is your deck. You know, these are your major moves, okay? So you can't, how do I say it? If you own it, it can't be taken away. You know what I mean? Like, so there are efforts to kind of go at you, but like, everybody has their own growth process. So it's not to say like, if, you know, beware, if you're not living the life that you've dreamed of, then you're at risk. No, like, everybody has their own growth process to getting into, you know, the fields of the major arcana. Everybody has their own legitimacy and prerogative to go about it in their own ways. That's the free will of life. You know, like, how is it that somebody's going to try to think that they can even steal any of that? Like, that's yours. It has your name on it. Everybody in the multiverse knows this. So this is the King of Cups here. That's Spirit and Cash. That's Jesus Christ energy, Christ consciousness, especially with the reciprocation here. Like, you don't have to be living your absolute, like, best life in order to feel reciprocation. All it means is, like, we're given new starts to be on target every single day, every single moment, to have that. Okay, we own that. This is a divine reciprocation, the allowance, the leeway provided by the multiverse. Five of Pentacles, it's just a cue to be resourceful, because you're normally Five of Pentacles is dealing with lack mindset. But with the Ace right here, it's, you know, even when you're feeling down on your cards and whatever, you still have that new opportunity to clear your perspective and be on aim. So this idea of destiny swap is, I'm hearing a fallacy. I don't know. I'm getting a block on that, but it's like on the definition of that, but it's false. I mean, if people choose to want to invest in believing in that, then that's their prerogative, but I would definitely say that's an error. Yeah, so, you know, we got it. And it's right behind it. It's all a matter of decision as to what your perspective is. You know, you still hold it. So there's that. Okay, I want to see what the bottom of the deck is. I think this is the Hierophant or the King of Swords. No, that's the truth. All right. So, something to get going. The final G Showdown. So thank you, my divine panel. Okay, so 4, 8, 9, 10. On the right side, all the wands, 10 of wands. Left side is, so 10 of wands is like a lot of responsibility, a lot of burden. It could also mean all the magic, confiscating those wands. It's foreboding a winning. We have like a golden pearl here and a black pearl here on the left side, with the Four of Pentacles in on the bottom of that, with the passage of a river, kind of like implying it's a Nile, because it's a desert land across, kind of like barren. So this is owning it. Okay. And I don't know, I'm getting kind of like agriculture here because of the lines of the land, you know, specific organized layout of crops. And okay, so we're going to start with that. Give me a second. All right. Black pearl, golden pearl. Okay, my divine panel, what do you want to say with regards to this topic? Like, what, do you have anything that you want to add to this? And I really feel like here, it is owning all of the wands, like confiscating and entitlement to all the wands that went to battle against you rather than be with you and stand up for you. This is basically the mob, you know, come in at you, or even like one by one, and in its linear sense, you, in a domino effect, it's confiscating those wands, and now they're mined. Mind? I don't know why I said mind. So they want to speak in basically crowds here. I'm using the Jungian Tarot because it felt a little, I wanted something different and a little bit of a challenge. Not so much of a challenge, but just something different that so I could, you know, gain an objective rather than just comfortable perspective, familiar. So got the Page of Cups here, again being on target, Queen of Cups, and then the Queen of Wands. That's excellent. Yeah. So I do have an audience here. I mean, look at that. Just watching the portion of being on target. Some are witches too, because this fell, the Queen of Wands fell on my left side, but in extroverted form, like face down. So they're not all seen, but they're here. They're doing their thing. These are mature witches. I can see from the facial features here. Well lived, well rounded, kind of like it's like kind of like the mom that, like, oh, Harry Potter, the Mrs. Weasley. It's kind of like that. Yeah, definitely. Mrs. Weasley is here, yay! But this is being straight-faced, poker face in love language. Like, you don't give it all away. You don't give away, like, oh, I like this, you know, you know, it's kind of living the private life, not putting your cards out on the table, because, people, you know, we know well enough that there are people that will take advantage of, or that will attempt to take advantage of your sweet spots, your soft spots. And so it's just kind of like poker face, especially when our eyes are on the prize. So saying that I have an audience here. Oh, and by the way, thank you to my new 10,000 subscribers. Okay, Four of Wands, inverted. Page of Swords, inverted. Three of Swords, inverted. Five of Swords, inverted. Oh my gosh. Is this Nine of Swords? Yeah, Nine of Swords, inverted. Nine of Pentacles, inverted. The Magician, inverted. And Seven of Pentacles, inverted. There's some more. Two of Cups, inverted. Okay. So obviously when I'm doing these readings, it appears as though there are people that are very, very close by me, that are within close proximity, but I visually am not seeing them. Yeah, these are learners that who've gone through a lot of life lessons. And talk about mind here. Like a total of what? Is that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 5 is 14 plus 3, 17 swords. These are people who have learned a lot of lessons between heartbreak, both on the recipient end and the dishing end. The 5 of swords, talk about that. That's, just kind of cementing that, or confirming that. Not cementing it, but confirming it. And the 9 of swords. They make their points. So, these are people that have been out on the battlefield. 17. Swords right behind them. That's a star card. The 18th one is a moon card. It's manifesting. So they've gone through a lot of life lessons, and they've gone through the performance where they take a bow, because we have 9 of swords here and the 9 of pentacles here. It's shish kebab energy. It is the master performer. Yeah, talk about the master performer right there for sure. So it's all a matter of patience and knowing that the universes support us, and through a variety, through its variations, coming right down to the physical aspect, the bonded aspect of partnerships, and yeah, partnerships. So what are we? Okay. Oh, the showdown. Yeah. This final G showdown, and this is what I got. This is wonderful, freaking wonderful. This is a very good showing. I'd have to say. So I don't know what your environment looks like, but my environment is a little like today. Yesterday, I, kind of slowed down a little bit. There was still a lot, even just conversations. They can take a bit out of you depending on who they are, what they're saying, especially if this is like the first time that you met them, and it's like I'm noticing through communications. Yesterday was a bit like a little slow down. I can't burn myself out. I'm doing a lot. And today it's a different kind of slowdown. It's a meditative thought on not having to control situations, because I'm not going to relearn the same thing over and over. I understand that there's a realm of patience and in observing things, because when you're receptive to all of this data, there's an area of discretion, and it's not to express. It has nothing. How do I say it? It has when we're talking about exercising discretion, this is not about like your corporate sense of discretion, on just making sure you don't rat like the biggest rat out, or the, how do I say it? The rat out the biggest weasel, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about that area of people keeping people safe that shouldn't be kept safe. It's more like you have to allow, like, even if you have the answers, you're not meant to control everything. You have to allow people to speak on their free will and learn their lessons and engage in their own karma. So, the important exercise for me, especially nowadays, is once you detect any type of fuckery, and we have to put the you in there to emphasize its importance, is that you just have to allow it to unfold. You have to allow people to engage in their fuckeries, especially when it comes to like when they're put in a position of power. You have to see how they handle things, and you know, it's kind of hard for me to do that because I'm like, I know they're fucking me over. I know, like, because this person should be seasoned enough to, if they wanted to provide reassurance, they would put the shit in writing. They would put it in writing. Yes, you are approved for X amount of whatever. And instead of like, oh, we have to make sure that this part, we want to ensure that this part is taken care of before doing, you know, handling this part of it. And that doesn't quite tell me as to whether or not there's been an approval. That doesn't tell me whether or not you are going to commit to that. All that really tells me is that you're being shady, and what you're doing is trying to avoid from me pressing charges or filing a report that you're being that that you're breaking the law, basically. So you know, that's what that tells me, you know. um and so like it pisses me off a bit, like just talking about that part. But I realized, you know what, I don't need to get pissed at, you know, I don't need to get upset over it. I don't need to, like, I started drafting like this longish email yesterday. It's longish, you know, it's, you know, I've been asking the same fucking question for over a week, and to a VP, and it's like, this is your job, this is your expertise, what the fuck is the problem? And this is like the unsprawled version of what's happening. But here I'm being, you know, concise, and it's like, okay, well, in all due respect, like what's going on with this, you know? And it's just, I don't need to get upset over these things, because I know that the divine will exercise their wrath accordingly. However it needs to lay out, and let it be. Let it all sprawl out the way it's supposed to be. I've already said my piece. They already know where I'm coming from. And I know, based on how they're handling things, that they've covered up things before. And so, you know what? This is a new contact that I am working one-on-one with, and it's important for them to learn their lessons. So, sometimes being a healer is not about the actual individual that you are interacting with. Sometimes it's about healing situations. It might not be exactly in the here and now, hopefully it is, but it's, you know, leaning into paving the road ahead. So if that person is not in alignment, then I've already put in my petition towards laying bricks on the path. Okay? I know this. Okay. And then there's something else that I was also dealing with, and it's like, dude, we'll take things one step at a time. We'll see how this thing goes. Okay? I know when people are fibbing their energy with me. I know when people are lying about what energy they bring out into this world. I fucking know it. So, but I just, if I have to make a decision, I'm not going to limit myself and not make a decision, you know? We'll see how things go. And one thing leads to another. So we'll fucking see. All right. Something to get going. The final G. Showdown. What did they want to say? They want to talk in spurts here. Sprints. This is the King of Pentacles inverted. The Page of Cups inverted. I mean, it could be the... Didn't we have the Page of Cups already? Let me see the differences here. Oh, you know what? This is a Knight of Cups here because it's a boy. That's how they do things. It's kind of old school with these. Very old school. All right. Okay, Page of Cups here. Nine of Wands inverted. Is this the Queen? What the frick is going on? Didn't we just... No, we didn't have the Queen of Pentacles yet, but this is the Queen of Pentacles inverted. A Seven of Wands inverted. Justice inverted. The Hangman extroverted, or if we're looking at it inverted, then it's in reversal, so it's awareness, enlightenment. The Death card. Didn't we just get the Magician? Who was the other one? If that was a... we gotta find out. I want to find out. Oh, maybe I threw the Magician back. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Let me just make sure. No, doesn't that look like the Magician too? Oh, it's Temperance. Look, it looks like Temperance. Okay, the Magician. But that's still a master performer in alchemy. 4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, oh my gosh, the Ten of Wands is right behind her lid. That gives a new meaning to the prefix cards on the right hand, this side. Yeah, even better. Freaking even better. It's like, okay, let's just dissect this. You can't be afraid of, like, looking at things and seeing, you know, where the misstep is, if there was a misstep, and it gives it even more meaning. How awesome is that? Anyway, Magician in the back. All right, so King of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Nine of Wands. Someone finds me highly favorable. It's boss energy for sure, but it's like in a softer sense. So they show up for me, because I show up for myself. I mean, it's not just for myself. I mean, that's the best mother of all queens, who has the upper hand, and you know, attempts to rectify. Yeah, yep. So I have energetics like that coming in for me. This is insane. This is like an energetic calling, like this is the final showdown. Holy smokes, these are masterful energetics. These are people who are doing really well for themselves, and we have shared not just perspectives, but there's something more within our inner being that's see, even like the Queen of Pentacles is holding a rose right there. So there's a lot of love, like roses, flowers, roses, I don't know, something like that. But there are energetics out here that are mothers and fathers that are highly industrious and are not always centered around the pentacle energy, though that they have attained that. So I have those coming in for me. So even if it feels like a little quiet in the neighborhood, I realize, you know, there are certain adjustments. Now, I can't lie. I've been looking in the same corner, like, all around, a little paranoid, like, okay, where is that fucking spider? And then I realized, you know, Athena is Athena. Athena, if you anger her, she will throw down. And so, just from the sheer disrespect of utilizing her mascot creatures for ill intent, from someone that she already, you know, represents, it's like, no, you're not gonna disrespect me. So, you know, I just learned to kind of just shrug it off, and the less like anxiety I have over a subject, whether it's tangible or not, the better I'll be able to address it. So, you know, and if something else doesn't kill it, then I know I'm supposed to. And with that, it'll be handled. It'll be handled the way it should be handled. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. So I think that's what this quiet period is a little bit for me. It's not 100% quiet. It's and thank you to my helpers for sure, because I know that you're not just helping me but also my kids. And I know this with the sheer contrast between when I found all of these intruding energies, not just like interrupting like rude ass energies. I'm talking about intruding, like with the intention of being disrespectful. You know, these are not people who are just like looking for like a safe house because they're in danger. This is somebody, this is on the other end of that spectrum of the causations. It's a different intention with, breaking and entering. It's totally different. So I've understood through the last reading on the context between the two, having the assistance and not. So thank you. Bottom of the deck energy is King of Wands. So this is knowing that you hold a wand, and this is with an even firmer grip. So this is saying that I hold this energy because this is the bottom of the deck. And with all these energetics coming forward, definitely, that means that I'm highly networked. And I don't even realize it until, like, I pick up that rock, turn it over. Or see its bottom. Yeah, for sure. Yes, definitely. They're focused on the wand here, and it has Caduceus on it, with Christ consciousness as the topper. Yeah. And then behind that, again, the Five of Pentacles. So, like, you can't get mad at somebody for being resourceful, for sure. Like, they're, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So it's not always about the person that is favored or admired. Sometimes it's just about the way we go about things that is highly recognized and therefore favored. In some sorts, it's like those who have had, an advantage in getting to the, high status. It's not that they haven't earned it, but like maybe they've had certain advantages that, let's say, I haven't had. And I'm not saying all of them, have had more advantage than I have, but it's recognizing that, like, when the shit goes down, it has, when it really comes down to it, it has no bias. So you really want someone on your team. It's just the smart thing, 100%, is that you want someone on the team that knows what to do with those resources when they're meager, when they're slim to none. The other part of it is those that have done reach the energetic level of these kings and queens, these, higher ranking individuals. They, how do I say it? It's like, it's knowing that even though they had certain advantages, that they are kind of like getting the pat on the back, like, oh my God, we're sharing the same kind of energy. So whether or not I had certain advantages, it's like we're we're in the same, how do I say it? Like, people question sometimes how they got where they are, like the validity in it, you know. Once certain enjoyments have exhausted themselves, you know, one of like when the luster kind of like fades out, and it's so it's like getting a pat on the back from somebody who, but because of the shared energetics, like, that has done so with less. It's like, I'm still doing good. I'm still doing good things. And so that's what that means here. With all of that and the interpretation behind it. Cut to that tower moment for sure. Like, it cut a few, like, I wanted to just to get that, like, slide it off, but they're not. There we go. King of Cups again. Okay. So, definitely. There's a tower moment right behind it with a cosmic mother, kind of electrified. So, there are key decisions. What's behind that? I'm just curious. Oh yeah, decisions are absolutely being made in absolute light of the truth. There's, like, I think people, let's say in the justice system, who have gone through the mill of like the same shit, different day, different courtroom, you know, like, it must be exhausting. So it's, I don't know if there's any way to really avoid that part, but definitely if it's the same stuff, like, something's gotta like change up there. What do you want to say? My divine panel with regards to that. Nine of Cups. Behind it, Six of Swords. Yeah, I mean, the heart of it, I think that's, it's just getting closer and warmer to the heart of it. Like, what makes this is true mediation. That's what it is, you know. Nine of Cups and the Six of Swords. Yeah. So there was a honking off in the distance while I was thinking about how the politics in the courts are going to, like, crumple up and die. So I think that's how to eliminate a lot of bullshittery. Let's get a clarifier for that. My divine panel, Athena, as well. Heading this one. It feels like there's two cards here, but there's not. It's a Strength card in reverse. With the Three of Wands in reverse, now extroverted. Yeah, so things are due for a change. Because first it was in reversal. So that means the ships are here to test our strength, basically, you know. And that there's inner strength right here. You already got it. And then it fell on my incoming side, or my inbox side, extroverted, which means that there's a display of strength and setting your foot down. I kept wanting to, like, say that, but said it in a different way, which means that the Three of Wands in reversal is very much more of an intimate, introverted experience. So, yeah, this is definitely about owning it, and it's harking change, especially with that person right in the background right here, standing on the bridge, the pathway of, yeah, like, what did I say? Maybe somebody's calling me a bitch. I don't know. I didn't even say bitch. I said bidge, but, you know, I 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, a dozen stars there. What does, there's some high significance with the number 12. I mean, 12 months, 12 days of Christmas. Is that also Hanukkah? They're doing that too? 12 hours day, 12 hours night, 12 apostles. You know, you can go on and on that, but definitely there's something to that there. Okay, something to get going. Forgot we still had that. Did I get the top of the deck? I do not remember. It is a chariot card. Talk about something to get going. That's weird. That's crazy. Oh yeah, I was asking Athena about all these things. But my divine panel just kind of like led the voice would be Athena. That's crazy. All right. So my divine crew, what is your takeaway? Yeah, we'll do your takeaway first, okay? We'll do that first. 4 of Cups. So it's about making that decision of like, meh, to, why you get that? 4 of Cups. Why did we get that? Divine panel. Why did they? Okay, they want to speak in tongues. Okay. I think this is the Lover's card, but it's in reverse. I guess I have some hater energy here because there's like the Hermit card also. Oh, but the Knight of Cups. Maybe I'm jumping the gun on that. And then 6 of Swords. Oh, mediation. Okay. All right. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, Master number 33 here, and 2 of Wands. So, I think, yeah, I think people are having a really hard, like, dark times right now. Some possible relationship, splits, if not clashes and crashes, is what I'm hearing. Like, clashes and crashes, like Titan energy. You see the storms in the background? That's a Hermit card. Usually the Hermit card is not this turbulent, yeah, but there's something striking within their energetic forces. But it's going to lead to this mediation. Some people are going through it, like really going through it. That's what this card is depicting. So, dude, now I'm trying to remember what it is we said in the back over here, because this is definitely very fitting. I mean, like, the only connection that I have to this energy is my past. So this is, because I didn't ask about us, I asked about you. Like, what is your takeaway? And so it's looking brighter on the end of the spectrum. Yeah, so definitely. And yeah, that's just the face card of it. Okay. So my divine panel, what is our takeaway? What is our takeaway? Oh gosh, screw up, seriously. 5 of Wands in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse. 4 of Swords in reverse. The Major Arcana is in reverse, and 6 of Wands in reverse. So our takeaway is that there's no how do I say it? There's no desire for conflict, like battling. Okay, there's no desire there. Like it's kind of petty when you really look at things. So this is the energetic of being in. How does that tie into the 4 of Cups though? Well, it's Four of Cups is kind of solitary. Okay, 100%. The choice to be kind of like alone. So Five of Wands, like not wanting to bring, add, or interact with conflict. There's a sense of self-awareness. And how do I know that? Because the self-awareness is showing me that we've already thought about it, we've already slept on things, we've already had proper rest, etc. And this is healed energy. And how do I know that even more? It's because we've gone through the feels of the major arcana. We know what it's like to be in each and every single position here. And this is still abundant and thriving, kind of seeded. So whatever our experiences were within each arcana, it's not to say that that's all that exists. There's more to it than that. And that's how, you know, Six of Wands in reversal. So there's victory on the, you know, at the goalpost. And all of these are kind of like binded together. So, and so we can automatically assume victory. Just knowing that this isn't it. This, like, just because I'm experiencing this like right now, it doesn't mean that that's it. I know that we label this as something to get going. The final G is Showdown. This is this is knowing that we take accountability for ourselves. So we can't always like go into combat mode, because likely the only thing that we have control over is really ourselves. So the Showdown is like the prefix to it. Like, what do you bring to the table? Because not everything has to be a battle. Sometimes it could just be cosplay, like we're just, you know, simulating like mock trial. What would it be like in these situations when you do have to throw down? So this is mediating within before we actually go out on field. And this is kind of like your PhD practice of being on the field before and being like kind of street cred published before you like really, you know, earn that certification. So some people are actually going through that too. Yeah, like especially if you're, you know, let's say an occultist, and this is the certified reality of things. Yeah, as an initiate. All right, so what is just my takeaway? What is my takeaway? Divine panel. Oh my gosh, no. Is that? Oh, what is it? Ten of Cups in reverse. Three of Wands there. Judgment there. Ten of Wands. No, it's the High Priestess right there. Holy smokes. Page of Wands right there. Ten of Pentacles there. Queen of Swords there. And the Queen of Cups there. Is it the Queen of Cups? Because I thought we just ran into the Queen of Cups a while back with the dragon energy in the back. That's crazy. Let me just double check here on the incoming for me. Was it the Queen of Cups? What was it? I don't know. Anyway, okay, there's that. There's that. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, maybe it